Just want to give a shout out to everyone that you're watching us, putting likes, subscribing, because you really warm our hearts.
Right now I'm trying to make it like, oh, we've never talked about it. And Daria, I wanted to ask you, is there anything that
So natural.
yeah. Why it is so hard to start something new?
And you like
Because this was amazing speech. Thank you so much, Daria.
are afraid of the judgment from our loved ones, our friends, of this.
And we're
You're
doing this
doing
and we're
it.
enjoying it.
You're listening to us. The world will be even more beautiful.
I don't give a anymore.
But if they're good friends, I feel like they will still put likes and comments and shares, even if they're not interested in this
Hey
topic.
guys, my name is Kateryna,
And my name is Daria.
and we are here today for our new session and for our new discussion. So we have a very interesting topic in mind. Last time we had a guest, and during our discussion, there was like a little point that caught my attention. So we were talking about new beginnings and how challenging it could be to start something new. And we noticed that in like oftentimes we would say something that I don't have enough time, I don't have enough knowledge, money, whatever. But before that, we have to acknowledge that we actually have fear, and we make up those excuses like no time, no money, whatever, just because we haven't acknowledged yet that we have this fear. And today I want to discuss this a little bit more and to diving into the topic that why it is so hard to start something new, like what stops you. And Daria, I wanted to ask you, is there anything that
So natural.
yeah is there something that you feel experienced or you it's just we're laughing just because we talked about it for a bit, and right now I'm trying to make it like, oh, we've never talked about it.
Smooth.
Yeah. So is there something that you have knowledge and like you have enough resources to start and to offer this world something new, but something stops you from this?
I don't want to sound too formal that I am like an expert or I know something, but I would agree on that topic that we can all relate to, that we always, like, especially people who are in, like, you know, who are interested in self-development, they're like self-exploration. You always read a lot of resources, you accumulate that information in, like, within you, but oftentimes we feel like other people may not be interested in it, so we're not sharing the information that we have, thinking, oh, like maybe this is too much. Especially right now, I'm on my spiritual path, and for most of the people that I know, like my friends or acquaintances, they are very careful on the subject. So it's hard for me to talk with them about something that I like and they have a lot of knowledge about, because they're very like skeptical about that. And I respect their position, that's fine. But for that reason, I feel like, oh, maybe like the knowledge that I have, it's not interesting for people, because I cannot even test if this knowledge is valuable to others if I cannot translate it to my friend, like for example, to my friends or to my loved ones, and see that, like, you know, like hear that feedback and their reaction. So because we don't have this support group, you mean like within the people that we know as of this point, we feel like, oh, maybe like this is too much, or it's only the small amount of people, like the small circle who are interested in this topic. And this is why when you are trying to start like an expert blog, or trying to say, oh, now I'm doing consultations on this topic, you feel like you don't have enough expertise, and you feel like no one is really interested in that, just for the plain reason that like you feel like your friends and acquaintances are not interested in that.
What do you think we can do like to fight that? Because I hear you, and I feel that point when I want to start something, and my friends and my close ones, they're not that supportive. I mean, it's not that they don't support me in what I do, but it's just they're not interested in that, and they don't have the same passion, and they cannot support like even like talk to me about this, like I would be, like my eyes light up and I'm like, oh my God, can we talk about this? And my friends and like my close ones, probably they just don't like it or not interested. And of course, they will not be sharing the same passion. And maybe this will, like, I will interpret this like they're not supportive enough of me pursuing something. But at the same time, right now that we speak about it, I'm thinking that it shouldn't stop us from passion or something that we want to try and to do. Like I know that probably there is something that I want to do. Let's say I want to do the podcast, and my friends have never done this before, and I don't see them to be like very supportive because they've never tried it. They don't know how it is, so probably for them it would be like something, whatever, who cares, like who listens to them. But for me,
You're listening to us.
yes. But for me and for like others, people around me, like people listen to them all the time. They watch them, they listen, and they like to come as a guest and share some knowledge and some interesting information with others, like with the world. And I think how we can fight that, that fear that no one is interested, and what we can do about it. Probably the first one would be to stop looking for support in your close ones. Maybe. Is it like, could it be like a one step?
People who surround us, they're not the whole society. Maybe they're not your client base.
Exactly. Yes.
So maybe those are really people who are not interested in, and it doesn't have to be, like business related. I'm fond of like golden retrievers. So I'm going to start this golden retriever page and tell like everything about golden retrievers, like all the information, like their paw sizes, like their height, like, what's behavior for the golden retrievers. And you don't have to have this support, like this people who are interested in golden retrievers in your surroundings. I had recently an experience with a girl. Like she gives me a questionnaire, I answer the questions, and then she forms like an Instagram inspired page about me. And what she said, and it very struck me a lot to me. Her name is Alona. Okay, she told me that with the like your Instagram like page, like or your blog, whatever, it has to have a purpose. What are you trying to achieve? How you're trying to help other people. And once you know that goal, you'll find your tribe. So I feel like in this sense, you just have to do what you like and what you want to do. And the people who like it back will find you. So you will find the people who like it. There will be always people who don't like what you do or they are not interested in what you do.
Even your friends.
They don't have to follow you like for that. Like you still can be like friends, but they don't have to follow you for what you do.
Yeah.
But if they're good friends, I feel like they will still put likes and comments and shares, even if they're not interested in this topic.
You're right that you still have to do this. So first we acknowledge and then we go into this. And then I think the third step would be just keep it consistent. I also wanted to bring up the topic of change because sometimes we could be very scared like to change something, our blog, let's say, because we also like most of us have like Instagram page or like Facebook page, and it's usually just piece of your life where you would post your pictures and some stories like where you go, where you traveled. But if you want to do like a blog out of it eventually, then you have to find you have to find a specific topic that you want to share, and your tribe will find you. I think there's like a little fear of change that you have to take steps, to abandon whatever like you've been doing this before and start doing it in a new way. And like everyone gonna notice that now it's a blog and now you post a lot about like some expert information. Yes, posts. Personally, I'm afraid of this change. I mean, in my head, I know that I have to embrace it and I have to go with the flow and just do what I want to do. But at the same time, this fear, like I know it's inside of me, and that's I'm working on right now. And I'm trying to to expose myself like to this world and to say that like here I am. I think yeah, it's partially that's what we covered last time.
We are more afraid of the judgment from our like the people that we know, like our loved ones, our friends, the people like we met somewhere, rather than just strangers on the internet. Like to me,
Yeah.
honestly, like if I have like some haters in the comments that I have no idea who they are, I don't really care. But in the beginning, so I'm not a blogger, so I don't know. Maybe it's very scary when you're like, when you're huge, when you have a huge audience and people like write bad things about you. Maybe it does like like
It is hurtful.
it does hurt in any event. But I mean, like how important that would be. Like as of now, when I receive like hate comments. In like under other posts, I don't really care because it's strangers. They don't know me. They don't know like my worldview or anything. They just read like some kind of comment and then they gonna hate me. But the fear of starting like my blog page, it's actually the people that I know, how they're gonna react to like to what I'm doing, how they're gonna react to this side of me that I haven't exposed to them yet before, that I always had in me,
Yeah.
but I never showed it to others because I was too afraid that it's gonna like they're gonna laugh about it, or it's like too crazy or stupid. I'm afraid of judgment. But the thing is, if I'm afraid of judgment, it means that I am judgmental. So for the reason that I look at other blogs and I would judge them on something, that's how like I feel like, oh, everyone will judge me the way I judge myself. I don't want to look like I'm a bad person, but I feel like we all have this like this, you know, like the shadow side and like within
Yeah.
that we have. So it's actually, if I feel like everyone's gonna be judgmental about what I'm doing, and I'm the closest person I have in my life, right? Like, so if I'm gonna judge myself, then I feel like, oh, other people is gonna judge me as well.
I think that first of all, your friends will never post any hateful comments.
Oh yeah, well,
Well, the worst thing they can do, they would share between like each
Yeah.
other, and then they're
they
gonna
would
laugh
judge
about it.
silently.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, like we will never know about it. Like they're gonna laugh about it, whatever.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, now that I'm in therapy and I feel like I'm maturing, hopefully, I don't give a anymore. Like probably yes, it's gonna be like hurtful, like to see some negative comments, and I would take them probably close to my heart. Maybe not. I don't know, but right now, I want to like not give a shit about it, and I want to do what I want to do because I have one life, and this is right now, and that's the only life that I have. I don't have a second one to come back and to post something, or to come back and start a new blog, or to come back and start a new business. I have only right now, and if I don't do it right now, then I don't have another chance. So from this concept, it's a lot easier to start something because once you realize that there is no second chance for you, and you will never be this young, you will never be this energetic, this resourceful. Like I'm not saying that it's getting worse from here, no, but still, like you are at the best place right now. So there is something that you've been thinking about to start or to try. I think you should do it. And the worst thing that can happen is you will just abandon this, and that's it. And there is nothing bad out of like just trying something new, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's not my thing, and you move on. I think we need to learn this because when I try something and then it doesn't work out, I used to feel like so defeated. Like that's it. That's the end of life. Oh my God, I'm not successful in
Yeah,
this.
I was about to ask you that. Like, if our videos will get like five likes
and 5 views
and 5 views, how would you feel about it? That's the other part of it, right? It's not only judgmental, but it's also, oh, are people interested in what we're doing?
Yeah.
So like you're kind of going in that direction right now. It's like
I
feel
think
defeated.
that right now, like because again, I have already experienced this before.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't care. Like I would try it for a little more probably, but if I like it, then I'm gonna pursue it.
Yeah.
And then if it's gonna resonate with my tribe, my people, but again, if not, it's not like I don't care, but I would get some experience from this because every time I do something new, I learn new skills, I acquire like new people, new connections, and probably it didn't work out in the way I wanted it to work out, but for sure for my future and for maybe even my current situation, that was the best experience I could have at that moment. So sometimes it's not about like success that everyone is talking about. I think it's like 1% that people like they start something and they're successful. And it's not overnight. And I'm sure that, some like celebrities that woke up famous one day, I think there is like a huge path behind it that we have never seen. And we don't know like exactly what steps actually brought them there. So it could be something targeted and it could be just some random experience that they had before. Like they were working like in a shop or like they were doing something completely random, but actually that experience brought them something that they're actually successful right now. So if you look at this as an experience, I think it's a lot easier for you to start something because you're no longer hung up on the idea that either I'm successful and making million a month from this, or it's like it's not a success and it's bullshit. But if you put it like it's an experience, like let's have fun, let's just do what we like and like enjoy the process, then I think it's more it relieves the stress from you, like to start something.
I'm very like inspired by you, how many things you've tried, and you always like in my eyes you always looked like this like entrepreneurial woman.
Oh, thank
And you're always trying new things. You have like like you've tried several businesses already,
Yeah.
and like I cannot highlight it enough how much we have to appreciate like what we are doing and where we are. So I don't want to call this how you say like, oh, I defeated. It wasn't a defeat. It was your like as you were saying, it was like these steps that will contribute to your success in any event.
Eventually.
Right, because you're so knowledgeable because you had this experience. You already know so much about how to start up like a small business in Canada, where to find distributors, where like how the shipping works. Like I feel like that's huge. Like not a lot of people know about this.
Yeah. True.
And the fear of not knowing this is also there. Like there are several fear, like like we're already like we didn't want to go here, but we already discussed so many different fears that we could have when we are starting our page. Like so, and like not enough knowledge, like the judgment from other people, feeling like it's not interesting to others, thinking we're gonna fail. I agree with you that we have one life. We have to like do this right away, and we all want to sound like we are inspirational, motivational, and we're all of this. Yes, I'm gonna wake up every day at 6 a.m. and run for 1 hour, then gonna do 2 hours of yoga and be at work by 8. Somehow I don't know, but reality, the reality is. Even if you feel like this is like just one life, you come to this debate. Do you want to try this out and fail and like know how it feels to fail, or do I want to like stay in my comfort zone
and never try
it, and I will never know if it's success or not, but at the same time I'm gonna be in my safe space and save myself. So this is like the kind of the other. I don't know, like I'm very happy that we're doing this like podcast right now. Thank you, like shout out to everyone. Thank you so much for your support and watching us. I know it's mostly our friends and acquaintances who are watching, so thank you so much for your support. It is like the kind of thing that we started together, and we want to give it a shot and see how it feels. But I feel like as of now, I don't really need this like millions of views to feel rewarded for what I'm doing. I really enjoy what we are doing, And I really feel it's interesting, and it helps me to open up to this world and expose myself, that the real side of me, that
Yeah.
I always felt like should be hidden and that people would not be interested in it. There is something you want to try out. Like, we didn't know how to do podcast. We don't like even know how to edit it properly. We didn't know all of this.
And we're
Here we are
doing this and
doing
we're
it.
enjoying it. And
Yeah.
that's, I think that's the most important like part, to enjoy the process, to enjoy like the challenges that bring new experiences. So yes, that's very cool.
So if we go back to the steps of starting up, we would say first step is acknowledge the fear. Acknowledge that you find all of these excuses of starting up because you're scared. Like, you're scared of something.
Yeah.
We discovered like several fears that you can have. So first of all is acknowledge the fear. The second one would be, it's okay if you don't have support group around you. Once you start, you will find your tribe. You will find people who are interested in this.
Then
That's
join
a-
our community, because in our community you're gonna find support group, because we are here to support each other, to encourage each other to start something new, to try something new, to pursue a career that you want. And like, if you ever wanted to quit your job and start something new, but you've been doing something for 10 years and you're too scared to start, I think with the right support, again, everything is possible. And what would be the third step?
Not be afraid of judgment, as you said. Like, if it's gonna be your loved ones or your close people, they will never say it
In your face?
in
Well,
your
hopefully.
face. So even if they're like, if they don't like it, they will say it to themselves, and it's their right. They're like, they have a right to think what they would like. But they will always support you, and in our community, we will always support you. If everyone would be true to themselves and expose all of their sides that we have inside, the world will be even more beautiful. I feel like it's very beautiful when you actually show the world who you are and you are being true to yourself.
I think on this note, we can end, because this was amazing speech. Thank you so much, Daria. I love you so much, and I'm grateful for my partner. So yes, please like,
Thank you
share,
so much.
comment. We love you. We support you. And if you have any questions, or there is a topic that you want to discuss, or if you want to be a guest, then please leave us a note, and we will get back to you.
Just want to give a shout out to everyone that you're watching us, putting likes, subscribing, because you really warm our hearts. Like, you're supportive of what we are doing. So thank you so much for being here for us, and we'll be here for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Yay.
Bye.